Happy Monday! Well, as you can see, the sun's really gone down here. It's pretty windy, and it's Mother's Day. Uh, my family's inside. It's also Bruce's birthday, so they're finishing up eating cake and ice cream, and I'm here to wish you a happy Monday morning. So, um, my husband got me, well, the kids, and it was amazing the things that they did for Mother's Day, but this is the second year he's gotten me, not in a row, but he's gotten me live ladybugs, uh, a package of live ladybugs for my flowers. And I'm always so grateful. It made me think about how we are encouraged in so many ways to have that communion with the divine. And I want to talk about that today as you start your day. We've talked before about this, but, maybe in a different way today. Always a nice reminder how to make that connection. So one of the books I'm reading is the Vinyu Gita. It is not a Gita that's well known in the West. Not as well known as the Bhagavad Gita, which is a book on its own, a text on its own, but the Bhagavad Gita is originally part of the Mahabharata. So if you ever get a chance, I really encourage you to read the Mahabharata, and it has the Bhagavad Gita in it. And Gita means song. In Hindu, it means song. So the Vinyu Gita, the Vinyu, V-E-N-U, I think I'm pronouncing that correct, is the flute that Krishna plays. And all the gopis, gopas, all the cowherds, and the boys and girls, and the gopis are very, very jealous. The gopas, I think, are very, very jealous of the Vinyu, because the Vinyu not only gets to, touch the Lord's lips, but gets the precious breath blown through it. And they talk about, in the Vinyu Gita, the cowherds talk about how the women especially, talk about how they would like to be rebirthed as, a bamboo or a tree. And then it talks about the forest floor, and how they wouldn't mind being part of the forest floor, that the lotus feet of the Lord touching them. Sometimes I think, we have so many beautiful texts in the West, but some of the Eastern texts are so amazing of how they capture the love for the Lord, and how the Lord is in everything. The Lord is in the wind here, in the trees, and the bee box you can see behind me, and the birds chirping. And every day it seems that my heart grows bigger and bigger, stronger and stronger of my love for the divine. Everywhere I look, in people, in things, once you have the eyes that are open to see, you cannot not see anymore, right? Even in things that maybe don't make you so happy, you still see the face of the Lord in everything. It's a beautiful thing to be breathing on this planet. And I know when we get tired, or we get stressed, or things are happening in our lives, it's kind of easy to forget that, isn't it? But seriously, this is why we've taken birth, to have this amazing physical experience. So I wonder today, what is going to be the Vinyu for you? What is going to be like the Vinyu Gita for you? What's going to make you feel like you've touched the lips of the Lord, that you have the Lord's sweet breath, blowing through you? Well, one of the things about the Vinyu is that it is receptive, right? It's made for music. And so are we. We are made for the Lord's music. We are made for the holy breath of Spirit to flow through us. And I remember in the New Testament, when Jesus is talking to the Pharisees, and it's a Sabbath day, and the Pharisees are upset because Jesus, and the disciples are out in the field, and the disciples are gathering and eating some of the wheat. And Jesus says to the Pharisees, it's not what goes in a man's mouth, it's what comes out of it. So my reminder for you today is to remember that you are also the breath of the Lord. So what comes out of your mouth should be so precious, it blows through the flute of existence, that it blows sweetness and song into the world. Musicians are thoughtful people, right? They have to be. So as Krishna blows his breath through the flute, it's an act of thoughtful creation. And that's how we get the connection, is to allow our words and our thoughts to be careful and conscious acts of creation. And anything that's not, anything that burns fierce within you, then you just take a deep breath. You take a real big deep breath before you react or before you speak. Right? Because if you can do that, if you can hold back and let the voice of love and reason flow through you, then when you open your mouth, it's the holy breath that comes out. It's the spirit of the divine that comes out and makes music in the world. You see my cat Katie back there on our ring. I just bought Bruce some right back there. I just bought him some violas, and so the cats are quite fascinated with it. And the violas are great for bees. They give off just such a beautiful, they're like a violet, and they give off such a beautiful smell into the world. So, Katie, well, there we go. Now I've drawn attention to well, yeah. Okay. So moving on. Oh, it's just kind of amazing, when you see nature, when you see God in everything. It's it's amazing. And if you can laugh, that's what, and you've heard me talk about before about Lila, God's play, Lila. It's all God's play. Every part of it is God's play. So if you can just open yourself up to that playfulness, and whatever comes up, you're like, oh my goodness, you're amazing. Sacred space, we've been looking for a place for sacred space for months now, because we couldn't afford the place we were currently in. And I finally, so many of us there just had to let go. And when you let go and you let God, or you let the divine, we were so lucky. Our landlord gave us an amazing reduction in rent with a small increase next year. So thank you, Warren Bednarz. Thank you so much for your generosity and your, I know he's also a man of God, and I appreciate where the divine shows up. And that was one I couldn't have foreseen. I didn't see that one coming, and that's also Lila, God's play, right? We worry about things, we roll around in our concerns and our worries, and then the moment we say, oh, you know what, I'm just going to let go. I'm just going to let go. And then we've made way for the divine to come in and surprise us and create all sorts of beautiful joy for us. I hope that's what you can do today. If something comes up and it's uncomfortable, or something you don't like, or something you're worried about, I hope you just can find a way to let go. Because when we do that, we open the doorway to spirit to come closer, and we come closer maybe, and we can see the divine. And I don't know that I believe in fate or predestination, those sorts of things. I think that everything is being created consciously and currently. But depending on what our acts of creation are, and how we respond to the universe, then it can respond back in like kind. I don't know if you can hear the wind, but the wind in the trees, it's such an amazing sound. I'm grateful for all the gifts of spirit. I'm grateful for my family and for my friends. And I'm grateful for the things that don't feel so good at times, because I can tell you, boy, these past months, watching Sacred Space and being concerned about whether community is going to be able to be together, it taught me a lot. It taught me to appreciate even deeper what we have. My family, my friends, my spiritual community. The gifts are boundless. And you know, we don't have to look hard for them. Sometimes we think they need to be big, but they can be ladybugs. They can be live ladybugs on the roses of your existence. Really appreciate everything that I'm experiencing. So, as you go forward into your Monday, I'm going to go back to my family. I hope that you have that Vinaya Gita experience. I hope that the lips of the Lord bless you today, and that the holy breath flows through you. And I hope that you allow yourself to be this beautiful vessel that is so divinely created to make blessed music. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, I love myself, and I love you. Have a blessed Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow. And happy Mother's Day. A little late, right? But happy Mother's Day to all of you moms out there, and all of you women who have acted as moms. Amazing, amazing. Thank you for your greatness in the world. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.